I had been out that night with a buddy of mine. A couple of guys came up and got me from behind.
When the cameras stopped rolling on Fast and Loud, many wondered what would become of Richard Rawlings' amazing car collection. What was truly found in his garage after the show ended was a mix of old favorites, new surprises, and a big shift in what he wanted to collect. His garage was always packed with wild restorations and rare vehicles, each with its own story, and the details of these machines are truly something to behold. Let's take a closer look at some of the most famous and surprising cars that were part of his world, from the ones built on the show to his personal treasures and the shocking new additions. Iconic builds from Gas Monkey Garage. During the show's run, Gas Monkey Garage became famous for building over 100 different vehicles. These were not just simple restorations, they were reborn, often changed in wild ways to fit Richard's bold ideas. Imagine a black 1968 Chevy Corvette, a powerful machine with a big 427 cubic inch engine. The Gas Monkey Garage team took this classic and turned it into the Midas Monkey Corvette. They painted it a shimmering gold, added loud side pipes, and put a massive supercharger that stuck right out of the hood. This wild, over-the-top look made it so famous that it even became a Hot Wheels toy, a true legend in miniature form. Then there was the Hi-Po Hauler, a 1963 Ford Econoline van that was changed so much you would barely recognize it. The team put a huge 700 horsepower engine in the back, turning it into a super powerful dragster. They built this monster in just 10 weeks for a challenge, painting it a shiny metallic orange with big chrome wheels. It was so unique that it became the second Gas Monkey Garage vehicle to be made into a Hot Wheels car, even chosen as a special Red Line Club car for serious collectors. The garage also built a special Jeep CJ7 veteran build, a 1981 CJ7 Jeep made to honor military veterans. It was painted with an American flag theme, had big chrome wheels, and large off-road mud-terrain BF Goodrich tires. Under the hood, it kept its refreshed original 4.2-liter inline-six engine. This powerful and patriotic Jeep was sold at auction for a huge $1.3 million, and every single dollar went to a charity that helps veterans. Gas Monkey Garage even took on a legendary supercar, a Ferrari F40. This was one of the most wanted supercars from the 1980s, but the one they got was badly wrecked. The team worked their magic, bringing it back to life and making it a highly sought-after car for fans. For pure speed, there was the Ford GT, Bad GT. This Ford GT was made incredibly powerful, with 2 turbochargers and nitrous injection, giving it a massive 2,700 horsepower. This beast became the fastest street-legal car on the planet, reaching an unbelievable speed of 310.8 miles per hour at the Kennedy Space Center. They also created the Hell Scout, a project that took a 1979 International Scout SUV and put a Hellcrate SRT crate engine in it, giving it a roaring 707 horsepower. It had a lowered ride, a custom paint job, special parts like a custom grille, and deep-dished Revo-forged wheels. The inside was completely rebuilt with new seats and custom pieces. Not all builds were about raw power. The 1966 Volkswagen Short Bus was a fun, light-hearted project. They took a 1966 Volkswagen Microbus, cut it in half, and welded it back together to make it extra short. It got new paint, wheels, engine, suspension, and a custom interior, making it a truly unique and quirky ride. The team also transformed a green 1970 station wagon with wood panels into a classic hot rod muscle car, calling it the 1971 Kingswood Ugly Kid. This car was equipped with a supercharged 454 cubic inch engine that stuck right out of the hood, making a bold statement. Richard Rawlings even dedicated this car to a clothing brand that promotes a positive self-image. Another special build was the 1967 Raising Cane's Cadillac DeVille. This elegant car featured a deep red paint, wheels that matched the paint, a white interior, and a fresh engine. It sat low and wide, looking both classy and tough. The CEO of Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers bought this car for $150,000 because its red color perfectly matched his company's branding. And who could forget the Thomas Crown Affair Mustang? This car was a copy of the Mustang from the movie The Thomas Crown Affair, and was very important because it helped start the Fast and Loud TV show. It began as a perfect 1968 Mustang convertible, but it was changed for off-road use with big tires, wide fender flares, a roll bar, and spotlights. Richard even kept the doors welded, just like in the movie, giving it a rugged action movie look. Richard's personal favorites. Even with all the cars he bought and sold for the show, Richard always kept some special ones for himself. These cars often had a personal meaning or were just too cool to let go, showing a deeper connection than just business. He held on to a powerful 1970 Dodge Challenger RT, a true classic muscle car that originally came with a 383 Magnum V8 engine. Richard had it restored and even put a modern Hellcat engine in it, giving it a roaring 707 horsepower. This made it a modern Restomod with new wheels and a powerful drivetrain, blending classic looks with new performance. He also kept a more modern 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat, known for its massive 707 horsepower, showing his continued love for raw power and speed. His garage still houses a unique 1968 Shelby Mustang convertible, which was modified for off-road use and inspired by the movie The Thomas Crown Affair. It features large tires and rugged detailing, a true standout in his collection. Another classic he kept was a 1977 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, a car that perfectly captures the spirit of 1970s American performance with its vintage appeal and serious power. For the ultimate in exotic cars, Richard proudly owns a stunning black 1989 Lamborghini Countach 25th Anniversary Edition. This is the exact model in the same color as the famous car from the movie Cannonball Run, a true dream car for any enthusiast. Perhaps one of the most touching stories is about his 1974 Mercury Comet. Richard bought one just like the puke green car he called Vomit Comet from his high school days. His father had made him pay $25 a week for that first car, teaching him a valuable lesson about earning what you want. He had this new Comet restored and painted it his favorite shade of green, and now he proudly calls it the coolest color. He even added modern comforts like air conditioning, power steering, and power brakes, making it a perfect blend of nostalgia and modern convenience. Beyond these, Richard's garage has seen other interesting vehicles. There's the 1951 Ford Delac, a car that was originally a Ford, but gained its special Ford Delac changes in a nearby shop, staying close to its roots in Texas. He also has a more relaxed ride, a 1986 Rolls-Royce Corniche convertible, which he kept mostly stock apart from some needed repairs. And for something truly unique, he has a Zimmer Pontiac Fiero, a car that started as a Fiero but was changed so much it looked completely different, like a 1970s or 1980s Cadillac. Richard also likes powerful trucks, owning a 2021 Ram TRX, which he values for its ability to haul and its huge power when modified. Even Aaron Kaufman, Richard's former partner, had a favorite build, a green and white 1976 C10 truck. Aaron called it one of the best well-planned trucks they ever built, with every single piece perfectly done. This truck was powered by an LS 7427 cubic inch small block LS engine with a bigger cam and a 4L85 transmission, and it had Willwood brakes to stop all that power. After Fast and Loud ended, something truly unexpected happened with Richard Rawlings' personal car collection. In 2022, he decided to sell off 28 of his vehicles through an online auction, with no hidden minimum price. From this week-long online auction, he made over $1 million. However, he noted that most of the cars underperformed compared to what he had hoped for. Among the iconic cars that were sold were a 1964 Ford Model T Custom King T, which fetched $75,000, along with a 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback, a 1962 Chevrolet Corvette, and a 1978 Porsche 928. A rare 1993 Toyota Supra was the top seller, bringing in an impressive $121,000. This auction was a very smart business move to clean out his garage and make room for more valuable pieces. He then explained his decision to sell as a major shift in focus. He wanted to move away from what he called beer budget cars and start collecting high-end European models, especially Ferraris and Lamborghinis from the 1970s and 1980s. By early 2024, he had already put over $1 million into this new direction. One amazing moment came during a trip to Ireland, where he bought 5 Ferrari Testarossas. One of these Testarossas was even converted into an electric vehicle, which caused a huge buzz at SEMA 2023, a big car show. He also showed interest in a classic 1962 Ferrari 250 GTE, a very rare car with fewer than 1,000 examples ever made. This particular one had a modified front end, and surprisingly, its original luxurious Italian V12 engine was replaced with a 350 small block Chevy engine, which can produce up to 400 horsepower. Richard believes this change might make it the most desirable driving 250 GTE. His new ventures also included much larger vehicles. Gas Monkey Garage acquired 2 Ford F-8000 fire trucks from Oklahoma. Richard even recalled training on these types of trucks back in the 1980s. And in a move that only Richard Rawlings would make, they even used a Chevy monster truck to crush 2 rusted Opel GT coupes that were not selling, just to make space in the garage for more desirable stock. Why the show really ended? Many people believed that Fast and Loud ended because its popularity faded, a common fate for many reality television shows. But this idea is far from the truth. The show, which ran for an impressive 16 seasons and aired 155 episodes from June 2012 to June 2020, actually ended at the peak of its success. Richard Rawlings himself confirmed the show's conclusion in December 2020. The final season, season 16, actually had the best average viewership of its entire run, pulling in a massive 4.23 million viewers. The real reason for the show's end came from Richard Rawlings himself. He was the one who decided to walk away from Discovery Channel, even though the show was doing so well. Richard felt like he was stuck in a rut and had reached the highest point of what he could achieve with the network. His contract with Discovery was incredibly strict. It gave the network complete control over all his social media accounts, meaning he could not even post a personal picture without getting their approval first. On top of that, there was a serious penalty. A possible fine of up to $25,000 every time he said something Discovery disagreed with, a rule that could even apply after he left the channel. He also shared how hard it was to make changes or arrange special projects, like how it took 5 long years just to set up a crossover episode with the famous car designer Chip Foose. During the challenging year of 2020, when the world slowed down due to the pandemic, Richard used that time to think deeply about his future. He decided it was time to move on and become a free agent, taking back control of his brand and his life. He then took his big, exciting brand to YouTube and Facebook, where he now has full control over all his content, including new car builds and podcasts. His YouTube channel has since grown to an impressive 1.53 million subscribers, showing just how successful this bold move has been. Even after Fast and Loud left the air, Gas Monkey Garage did not close its doors. It continued to operate as a busy and successful classic hot rod restoration shop in Dallas, Texas, constantly building and selling cars from its large inventory. The biggest change was that the entire workshop shifted its content online, mainly to the Gas Monkey Garage and Richard Rawlings YouTube channel. This move gave the team much more creative freedom compared to the highly polished and edited environment of Discovery Channel. With this new freedom, Richard Rawlings launched exciting new projects. In February 2021, he started Wheels and Deals, a new online show where he and the Gas Monkey team find and buy vehicles specifically for restoration. He also created Gas Monkey Buys, an online platform where car owners can submit details about their vehicles to get a quote and potentially sell them directly to Gas Monkey Garage. Richard's expanding empire. Richard Rawlings is much more than just a car guy. He is a global branding impresario, a master at building a worldwide brand. His business empire reaches far beyond the walls of Gas Monkey Garage. It includes successful restaurants, lively music venues, his own brand of tequila, energy drinks, and a wide range of merchandise. He first opened Gas Monkey Bar and Grill in Dallas in 2013, quickly followed by a second location at the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in 2014. Then, in 2014, he opened Gas Monkey Live, a large venue dedicated mostly to live music. However, this rapid expansion also brought its share of challenges. Gas Monkey Live, the music venue, closed its doors in May 2020. Another restaurant venture, Richard Rawlings Garage, which opened in 2016, permanently closed in March 2019. More dramatically, he became involved in a public lawsuit with the investors of Gas Monkey Bar and Grill in early 2019. In this lawsuit, Richard claimed that the bar was hosting lewd events that did not fit with his family-friendly brand image, and that they owed him unpaid licensing fees for using his brand name. He sued for $1 million, but both sides eventually settled by August 2019. After the legal dispute, the bar changed its name in 2021 to Amplified, removing all Gas Monkey branding. Despite his tough business dealings, Richard Rawlings also has a deeply personal and giving side. He started the Gas Monkey Foundation, which was inspired by his own father's battle with Alzheimer's disease. This foundation works to support others affected by similar health issues and has generously donated over $1 million to various charities around the world. He even auctioned off a special Gas Monkey Garage experience for charity, which raised $16,500 for the foundation. In 2024, Richard Rawlings launched his latest high-stakes venture, the $1 Million Challenge. In this challenge, he aims to double an initial investment of $1 million by buying and selling cars by the end of the year. The challenge promises to show all the profits and losses, giving viewers a real look at his business deals. He is even asking the public for help in finding cars, offering a finder's fee if a lead results in a purchase. The departure of Aaron Kaufman, often called the quiet genius and bearded icon of Gas Monkey Garage, was a significant event that shocked many fans. Aaron left the garage in late 2016. He explained that he left due to growing personal issues and professional differences of opinions with Richard Rawlings. Aaron felt that he was stifled by the limited build opportunities and wanted to work on more complex and ambitious projects that simply were not possible within the tight time and budget limits of the TV show. He even mentioned that he and Richard had difficulty being in the same building together. Richard, for his part, stated in a blog post that Aaron's departure was not my decision and came completely out of left field, admitting it was a big hit to GMG. After leaving, Aaron went on to start his own shop, ArcLight Fabrication, which specializes in custom parts for classic Ford F-100 trucks. He also starred in his own television shows, Shifting Gears, and Aaron Needs a Job. To truly understand Richard Rawlings, one must look at his early life, which clearly shaped his relentless drive and fearless approach to business. Born in Fort Worth, Texas in 1969, Richard showed a deep love for cars from a very young age. He would go to auto shows with his father and even bought his first car, a green 1974 Mercury Comet, when he was just 14 years old. His father worked 2 or 3 jobs at a time just so he could afford his own car or motorcycle, a strong example that taught Richard a powerful work ethic. Before he even turned 21, Richard held a variety of demanding jobs to pay for his car obsession, including being a firefighter, a police officer, and a paramedic. In 1999, he started his own printing and advertising company, Lincoln Press, which he later sold in 2004 to gather the funds needed to launch Gas Monkey Garage. Beyond his business ventures, Richard is also a veteran of grueling transcontinental road rallies. He has won the Gumball 3000 and the Bull Run twice. He even holds the famous Cannonball Run record, a dangerous, unsanctioned race across the United States. He covered the 2,811 miles from New York to Los Angeles in an astonishing 31 hours and 59 minutes, averaging 87.6 miles per hour. This record had stood since 1979, making his achievement even more remarkable. Perhaps one of the most shocking personal stories from Richard's past involves a dangerous carjacking incident. In the early 1990s, he actually took a bullet while fighting off a carjacker who was trying to steal his beloved 1965 Mustang 2+2 Fastback. This happened when he was simply going through a drive-thru, and two men attacked him from behind. Underlying all of Richard Rawlings' decisions, especially the ones that seemed so shocking after Fast and Loud ended, is his core business philosophy: move fast. He lives by this principle, stating that he opened his first restaurant within a year and a half, while most people would wait 5 years. He firmly believes in acting quickly, explaining that in today's market, no matter what you're in, you can recover from a mistake faster than you can recover from not doing. His advice is simple: if you feel something is going to work, do it. If it doesn't, get out as quick as you can. His journey reveals a relentless entrepreneur, a shrewd businessman, and a car enthusiast whose passion runs deeper than any TV show could capture. Today, the spirit of Fast and Loud lives on, not just in the memories of millions, but in the continued roar of Gas Monkey Garage's engines, now echoing across digital platforms. Richard Rawlings continues to build, to deal, and to shock, proving that for him, life is always full throttle.